Welcome back. Today's commander is Atraxa Grand Unifier, and this is a fantastic commander. Whenever it enters the battlefield, we look at the top 10 cards of our library, and we just basically put a card of every type into our hand and then shuffle. So essentially what we're running is a bunch of huge drops, like basically this entire row and most of this row as well. And we're also running cards where we can blink our Atraxa, such as Teleportation Circle, Displacer Kitten, and many more, as well as running copies of cards such as Spark Double, so we can get 2 Atraxas out there, which is kind of crazy. And we're just running cards to where we can get Atraxa out there as quickly as possible, such as Vapor Elder, and all of our little 1-drops that we can get mana off of. It's going to be a really fun and exciting experience, so let's just get right on to the games. Game 1, our hand is looking pretty good. We have the Elvish Mystic and the Into the North for some early ramp, as well as the Eternal Wanderer. We do have enough white mana for it for later on, if we do get enough mana to play that card. And it looks like we're going against Elish Norn, Mother of Machines. That's a very scary commander, since most of our cards in our deck have an ETB trigger, and that will just shut that down. So hopefully we can either get rid of it or get enough stuff beforehand to potentially persuade them not to play it. We're going to get the Monastery Mentor away with the Ravenous Chupacabra that we have, and let's see if he can get another land or something. There's the Heraldic Banner. So next turn he definitely has his commander if he wants to have it, which he probably should, because I mean it shuts down most of my deck and it gets rid of the Ravenous Chupacabra problem. Let's see though if he does play it. Instead, he might play something different. He plays a Gilded Lotus, okay, and a Phyrexian Awakening. So he gets a 4 Incubator, that's okay. We get the Eternal Wanderer out there because that card's very annoying. We're going to get a Double Strike to 2 Samurai. We're going to make some more Incubator tokens, and he goes down to 16 life. Let's see if he plays his commander here, which he does. And it's a 5/7 because of the Heraldic Banner, and he does have 3 mana open still, so if he does play something, we can kind of get rid of it if we need to. With a Planar Incision, if you target something, one of our things, we can sort of protect it. I guess we could Swords to Plowshares the Elish Norn, because that card's very annoying. Let's see if he does play anything from that point. And he incubates. That's okay. We can just get rid of that with the Eternal Wanderer, because we can just blink it and it's a token, so it just goes away. He puts his commander back into his hand. That's what we're going to do. We're going to blink the token so it doesn't come back. And we're going to get the Mold Drifter, hard cast, non-evoke. And we do get a Plains, which is pretty good. We're going to transform all of our incubated tokens. He goes down to 4 life. This is looking pretty good for us. If he doesn't gain a bunch of life, because I know that white does that quite a bit. And he plays a Cavalier of Dawn, so he gets rid of our Eternal Wanderer. That's perfectly fine. That's a really good target anyways. He goes up to 7 life with the Circuit Mender. That's perfectly okay. And he scoops right there. Game 2, our first hand was not looking good. Our second hand isn't much better, but we do have potential ramp with the green cards that we have in our hand. We drew a Forest. That's not the best, since we do have 2 double white and 2 double green lands. So that's going to be interesting for us. We're going against Tygam, I don't even know how to pronounce that, Oshudai Master. That's just a very annoying deck, because he likes to put all of our stuff into our hand because he gets rebound on basically everything. That's just annoying. We have the Reliquary Tower for later if we can get the Atraxa out there. If we can't, it's not going to be the greatest for us. Next turn we can hopefully get the Smothering Tithe, but we are playing against Osorious, so they always have something up their sleeves. And it looks like he's going to pass with 3 open mana. We're going to bait with Smothering Tithe. I know that's not the best thing that we could have done, but if he doesn't counter it, which he doesn't, we do get a lot of advantage off it. Let's see if he pays the 2. We do get the treasure. That's great for us. And there's the Tygam. That's very annoying. He swings in for 1, which is okay for now. I guess we'll Displacer Kitten here, and we'll also Into the North. We're going to get a Mind Stone. We're going to blink the Mind Stone with the Displacer Kitten, and we're going to get a Smothering Tithe trigger. We're going to get a Swamp off of the Into the North. Get another Smothering Tithe trigger. Let's see if he pays for that one either. It doesn't seem like he will, which is interesting. And I guess we could just wait to see what he does. I'm really afraid, because our Displacer Kitten's really good right now. And next turn we have Potential Commander, which is very good. Let's see if he plays any of his shenanigans, knowing that he has a rebound on basically everything. And we do have protection with the Planar Incision in case he does target something, which he does. So we're going to do the Planar Incision, targeting his commander, so it will do less damage, but it does get a +1/+1 counter. We're going to blink the Smothering Tithe, so we keep our Smothering Tithe for a little bit longer. And Esper Sentinel trigger, I don't really want to pay for it, because we have basically exact commander in our hand. If we do play the Reliquary Tower next turn, we get the Planar Incision. Let's see if he does anything to the Planar Incision response. And I don't know if he will. It would be good if he didn't, because there's less damage, and he does. He plays a shelter. That's okay. It has rebound. And we go down to 18. It's not looking best for us on the life side of things, because he's just going to be able to bounce more of our stuff. And he doesn't have any extra mana, so we're going to be safe to play the Atraxa. We do get some really good stuff. We're going to go with the Cloud Shift instead of the swords, just to keep our commander or anything else safe because of the Displacer Kitten. He gets a shelter. He's going to give his Tygam probably blue protection. That's what he does. That's fair. It would also be fair if he did white as well. We get a Smothering Tithe twice, and he just lets us get as many treasure tokens as we want, I guess. And let's see if he does anything during combat. He swings in with a 1/1 and the 3/4 Esper Sentinel and the Tygam. I guess we'll block the Esper Sentinel, and let's see if he has anything that will kill it. He does a Warrant. We're going to Cloud Shift our Atraxa, use our Displacer Kitten to blink itself, so it comes out just a 2/2 regularly instead of tapped. He gets an Esper Sentinel trigger. We're going to pay for that so he doesn't get any more advantage, because he doesn't need any more. He's an Osorious player. He gets everything that he needs. Atraxa, we're going to get hopefully some triggers, unless he counters it, which he does not. We're going to get an Explore for the draw, Teleportation Circle, a Shieldred, and an Arcane Signet, and we have no maximum hand size. We don't have to discard next turn at the beginning of our end step, or at the end of our end step, I should say. And let's see what else does during combat. We're going to be taking 4 or 3. Hopefully it's just 3. We're going to blink our commander, and we're going to target the Displacer Kitten trigger for our Mind Stone. We're going to blur the commander so it doesn't die or bounce back to our hand, I should say. We do get to draw a card off of the blur. The Atraxa goes through. We're going to go for this Plains. We're going to get a Thassa, an Essence Flux, and a Shieldred. That's great. Let's see if he's going to be any more annoying, which he might be, and he kills our Smothering Tithe, so we're going to kill his creatures with Elish Norn. Yay! Woohoo! He's going to go down to 10 life, taking 13 damage. We have the Essence Flux in case he tries to target something, like our Shieldred or Atraxa. We do have protection for both because of the Displacer Kitten. And let's see what he plays. This will be interesting. It's not looking too great for him. He has a 1/2 commander, which shouldn't really be one, and he hasn't been able to get any of his stuff going, which is perfect for us. We're going to sort our hand out a little bit here, and let's see if he does anything. I mean, next turn is potential game, and he scoops. Alright, game 3. Our hand is looking really good with the Fabled Passage. We can get any land that we want, which I think we're going to go for blue here because we do not have the blue, and we do have quite a few blue cards in our hand, and our commander is also blue. And it looks like we're going against Dinos. I never like going against dinosaurs. We're going to sacrifice a swamp, grabbing the swamp back, and I guess a forest, why not? I mean, we have another forest in our hand, but we do have quite a bit of mana, and good, our forest wasn't wasted with the Kogla, and we do get the Vorinclex, so we'll be able to get an Overgrown Tomb and a Temple Garden. We're going to block one of those dinos. We're going to kill one of them. That's great for us. We get a command tower. That's even better. We're going to get the Kogler, fight the little raptor hatchling thingy. Gets a 3/3. Sadly, we're going to swing with a 6/6 with trample. He has a 3/3 with trample, but hopefully he won't be able to kill it, because I know that they always have stuff that does. Luminous Broodmoth. That's kind of a threat. We're going to get our commander out here, so we can have something that can block it other than our Vorinclex. And I guess we'll go Solemn. Her Yarok is good as well. I guess we can get both because Solemn's an artifact too. We have to discard 4 though because we do not have the Reliquary Tower or anything that increases our hand size. And he gets a Heraldic Banner. I guess he's probably going to choose white or green. He chooses white, so he has a 4/4 Luminous Broodmoth, which is okay. We do have a 7/7. That's huge. And we're going to blur our Kogla. We're going to fight the Luminous Broodmoth, and only the Luminous Broodmoth because I don't want Kogla to die quite yet. We're going to swing with a total of 13. He only blocked with 3. So that's only 10 going through, and he board wipes. Yay, that's so much fun. We're probably going to do Urtide, target the whatever that is, the 8/7 monstrosity. He gets a draw, that's okay. And I guess we'll do a Solemn here too. We're going to get a basic land. We can just shoot for I don't know, an island. And there's a Kama. That's a problem. We really aren't in the best situation if that creature stays out there for much longer. He's going to be able to pop both of our things. We do get a draw and an Eternal Wanderer. That won't be enough to remove it though, because it only will target one and he can't sacrifice the rest. And we get an Invasion of Chandelar. We get some other things. We get the Essence Flux, so we can protect our commander potentially. If he doesn't have enough mana to just keep dealing 3 damage to it, our commander will be okay. The Great Henge is coming out here, which is just a lot of mana. He does 3, so we're just going to save it. He's probably going to do it again. We're going to make him waste all of his mana. He does 3 another time, and let's see if he's going to do it once again, which he does. We're going to Essence Flux right here. We're going to get an Atraxa trigger because it enters the battlefield. We get a Shieldred and a Henge of our own. Shieldred's coming out. We're going to remove that Zakama because that card's so annoying. Going to get the Eternal Wander, and he scoops. Perfect for us. Game 4. Our hand is looking really good. Or, it's looking okay, actually. We don't have any green, I just realized. That's not the greatest. Oh, there's our green. Woohoo! So we're going to do Into the North. We're going to target a green because we need it really badly. And potentially next turn we can get our Halpak Piper or our Yarok. And I guess we'll probably go Yarok here, actually, so we can start getting double ETBs. Going against werewolves. This is never a fun deck because they just do a lot of damage, and I can't get my commander out quickly enough, usually. It usually takes a little bit. It's not usually turn 3 or turn 4. That's only if I have the Summerwald Sage out there. And I guess we'll just keep our Yarok to where it doesn't attack, because it has Death Touch and it's a 3/5. The only thing that's a problem is that, and it seems like a bait, and I'm willing to take it. We're going to block it with a 3/5 and Infuriate. It has First Strike, so the Death Touch doesn't matter. Atraxa is coming out, woohoo, great for us. We're going to get the Blue Sun's Twilight. I always seem to get that card for some reason. A Planar Incision and a Vorinclex. That's perfect for us. The Vorinclex is great, actually. Hopefully we can get the scriptures or whatever he has on the back of him to where we can put 7+1/+1 counters. That's ridiculous on our Atraxa or something to start doing a bunch of damage. I guess we could put the Vorinclex from our hand for free with, well, for 2 mana instead of 5 with the Halpak Piper. We're going to take their werewolves and use it against them. And Blue Sun's Twilight's going to come. We're going to use it, target their commander. We're going to take control of it, explore a little bit. We're going to get a land off of the Explorer, and he scoops right there. Game 5. Our hand is looking really nice with the Terramorphic Expanse. That's probably the only reason why it's looking really good, as well as Aspara's Headquarters. So with the Terramorphic Expanse, we can get a black, potentially, Goreclaw. That's not a fun deck to go against, because he gets all of his stuff out there for so cheap. I mean, there's a reason why we have one in our deck. Tribute to the World Tree's coming out. That has to go, or if it doesn't, he's going to get so much advantage off of it. It's just basically a mini the World Tree, or the Great Henge, not a World Tree. That's what he has out there. Invasion of Zendikar coming, gets some more land. That's okay. I guess we can do a Solemn here, and then potentially next turn we can start going with a Soul Hoarder just to get a bunch of land off of our Solemn. Goreclaw's coming out, and he gets a Tireless Hauler. Okay, that wasn't as bad of a threat as I thought. We're going to pop the Goreclaw, and he'll be able to still get it out next turn. We're going to Essence Flux. We're going to pop the Tireless Hauler as well. Swinging for 2. And we didn't get any of our Blink stuff, but that's okay. He gets a Wildwood Patrol, so it's a 4/2 with Trample. That's okay. And a Glorious Sunrise. Okay, this is not looking super great for us. We'll go Soul Herder, Explore. We get an Island. So next turn we'll be able to get our commander out there. We're going to Blink the Ravenous, pop the Wildwood Patrol. Let's see if he does anything. He has 9 mana, which is ridiculous. But Sage Reach Skyward, we'll be able to pop 1 creature at the beginning of every end step if we choose to, though, of our end steps anyways. Here comes Atraxa. Let's see if he has a response to Atraxa coming out, because it's an absolute tank. And I guess we'll get the Harrow, and we'll get the Glissa as well. We got a bunch of advantage. That's fantastic for us, and he scoops. Yay. So overall, I mean, this deck was just fantastic to play with. This commander is ridiculous with the amount of advantage it gets, and cards like this Somberwald Sage that's in here, this card's really annoying. I mean, I can get my commander out on turn 4 if I wanted, which is kind of crazy, or even turn 2 if I get lucky enough with something like Llanowar Elves and Elvish Mystic and that kind of stuff. It's a really fun deck. I would highly recommend it. I did make another Atraxa deck on the Praetor's Voice, which is a really fun commander as well. Both the Atraxas are absolutely phenomenal, and I would highly recommend, if you're going to build any deck, I would highly recommend running one of these. This is just a really fun deck, and the amount of Blink stuff that's in the game right now, it's absolutely insane. The only card that I'm missing is really Ephemerate, and really even then, there's cards that do it as well. It's just Cloud Shift or Essence Flux. The only thing I don't have is a Rebound on it, which is fine. And cards, just running any kind of tanks in the deck is really, really good as well. Just these huge drop cards that are absolutely big threats are really hard to deal with. And cards that double our triggers, I mean, Yarok and Elish Norn, the new one, is just crazy with the amount of triggers we can get. And it's just a really overall fun deck. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. At the time of recording of this video, we're at 396 subscribers. If we can reach 400, that would be absolutely amazing. Thanks for watching.